This is the ABQ Business Podcast with your host, Jason Rigby. Each week we'll interview visionary business leaders to inspire the creative power and spirit that's in every entrepreneur. Discussing strengths, weaknesses, strategies, systems, and the problems we can all solve together for a new future for local small business.
What is up, guys? Want to talk to you today about how to find direction in your life. I get a lot of emails here lately, especially saying, I lost my business, or I don't know where to go. COVID's been having me think, I don't know if I should stay in this job or not. Should I move? A lot of people are talking about moving. Everybody's just going back and forth in all these different cities. Where's the clarity? Where's the focus? Where's the drive? Why is everyone procrastinating? And there's no motivation. If that's you, I want to speak to you today, and I want to get real personal with you, because I feel like, and I hope that I can teach you something today that will move you and get the ball going again and get that snowball going where we're creating momentum through vision, through clarity, through finding life purpose. And I know a lot of you that listen, I have a lot of people that listen, they're in their 20s and they're just like, I don't know. I hang out with my friends. I go to work. Other than that, I have no idea what I'm going to do or where I should go, or I'm too young to do this. And I'm supposed to go to college, and then from go to college, work at a job that I hate, and then, pay taxes and die and have kids and get married. Is that what I'm supposed to do? No, that is exactly opposite of what you were put on earth to do. Some of you have a calling, whether it's spiritual, however you want to, you've known since you were smaller, and as you begin to gain this sense of internally what this purpose should be in your life, you've known, this is what I love. This is what I know that I could be great at. But I just feel like, the doubt creeps in. I just feel like I can't do this, or if I don't know if I'm smart enough, or maybe if I had this amount of education, or if I had this amount of money, then I could do this. Those are all excuses, guys. You have to remove all those. Do you not think, whether it's God, the universe, whatever you want, do you not think that God put you on this earth with this one shot that you have, this one body that you have, the one mind that you have, to not accomplish something great, that you're just another person that's just supposed to just kind of coast through life? Do you not think that there's a bigger and more grand purpose for you specifically as an individual? Why would he or she or the universe, the energy, whatever it may be, put you on this earth for absolutely no reason? Doesn't make sense, does it? So you're here. You're here. The odds of you being here are like 100 billion to 1. That your great-great-great-grandparents would have met, and then your great-grandparents would have, come on a boat and went somewhere. And then, if you think about all the odds and you put it all together, you even being here is a miracle. So what is that specific purpose you have? You've got to gain clarity on what trips your trigger, what makes you fire on all 8 cylinders, what makes you get up in the morning and is not tired, something that you would want to do, that you would do 8, 10, 12 hours, 6, 7 days a week, and just be so excited about it. Yeah, you may get tired, but you would never question what you're doing because you're so on purpose and so on mission. And that passion creates discipline, and it creates motivation. So how do you get there? This sounds cheesy, but I'm going to tell you, it is having a mission statement. You've got to reduce it down to 1 or 2 sentences, a tweet. You've got to get it down to that much. This is my gifts. These are my calling. This is specifically what I love to do. This is what I want to do in my life. Once you get that down, now you've got to gain clarity on establishing goals and steps and tasks to accomplish that. Because you can literally do anything that you put your mind to. Each and every one of you can do whatever you put your mind to. I want to share something with you. I was talking with a lady a while back, and she said, I love dogs. I love helping dogs. I want to help rehabilitate them. It's just something that I'm passionate about. And I'm like, well, why aren't you doing that full time? And she goes, I can't. And I was like, well, what are you doing in the evenings? She goes, just nothing. I just, I'll talk to my friends or whatever. I go out, watch Netflix, just do all that. And I'm like, you have all these hours that you're wasting. 2 hours a night. Putting your phone down and focusing, straight focus on that passion that you have. 2 hours a night, 6 days a week, that's 12 hours in a week. You can do a lot of uninterrupted work. You could accomplish a lot in 12 hours. You could gain clarity. Oh, okay, you need to start a not-for-profit because you want to help dogs get rehabilitated. Well, what does that look like? Write it all out. How do you want it to function? How do you want to rehabilitate dogs? What is the purpose of the organization? Write all this out. Get it out. Google Docs is free, guys. You can put it all out. Write it all out in bullet points and outlines. Get it out of your head. Get it out of your soul and put it down and put it into existence. Everything starts in the mind and is created in the mind, and then it's put into the world. Steve Jobs, when he created the iPhone, nothing ever existed before that. He had it in his mind. And then he just ruthlessly began to work on it and work on it and work on it. Next thing you know, guess what happened? He changed the world. Probably one of the most important devices ever created, because then it started the smartphone. And then from there, look how the world's changed. We can't even imagine not having our smartphone now. I don't know if you guys have watched the documentary, The Last Dance. I know if you don't like basketball, it does not matter. Watch it anyways. You will gain a purpose and a sense of direction like you will see a man, Michael Jordan, and you will understand his greatness. You will understand the reason why he was so great. It will motivate you and inspire you, great word, inspire you to accomplish what you know your gift and ability is. Get that mission statement, get it written out, take time, set time aside. Unless there's an emergency, you're going to work these 2, 3, 4 hours every single night for 5, 6, 7 nights a week until you get ultra clear in specific detail of what you want to accomplish. This is before you take any action. Do this first, and I guarantee you the whole outcome, the purpose in life, the way that you feel, how motivated you are, will change within a week of taking these 12 hours and putting it down in writing. Next thing, now you're going to take those things that you wrote down and you're going to create 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Here's what I need to do. In 6 months, I want to have a website. I know I can't start the not-for-profit, but I can work on a website. I can build a website. I can go to YouTube and learn how to build a website. Well, I do have a little bit of extra funds, so I can pay someone to help me build a website. There's so many different opportunities of things you can do. Well, I need to get paperwork to start the not-for-profit so I can help dogs. Okay, well, I'm going to buy some books and learn how to start a not-for-profit. And in 3 months, I'm going to have that all up. I'll have all the documentation that I need. I'll have everything done. I'll have a business bank account, and I will have that all. Whatever it may be, you can work on that process and that process alone. Because when you begin to procrastinate out of fear, it creates doubt. And doubt is your worst enemy, because doubt causes you to go hide. And hiding is you just vegging. Hiding is you eating bad food. Hiding is you being undisciplined. You're hiding because you don't want to face reality. You don't want to face responsibility. You have to get in your head that you have become so ultra clear that you know that if you do this every single night for 2 hours, you will accomplish this in 3 months, in 6 months, in 9 months, and in 12 months. Don't go past a year. Keep it really simple. Keep your brain really simple. This is what I want to do. Make realistic goals. You're working during the day. You have your regular job that you really don't want to be at, but you're going to give your best there. You need to do some type of physical activity. So whether you need to shift your schedule around, how is your schedule? Do you know what you're doing from 7 to 8 in the morning? Or from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.? What are you doing during your lunch break? What could you research on your lunch break? This will become your side hustle. That's what they call it. I know you're working a full-time job, so this will become your side hustle. And you need to dedicate time for the side hustle every single week. So when you begin to make these weekly tasks, for this week, I need to accomplish this, this, and this. Then you can go back the next week and say, I didn't accomplish this. I have to do that this week, but I did this, this, and this. You're going to begin to learn new things as your brain begins to take these neurons and begins to connect these pathways together. Next thing you know, guess what happens? You begin to see things that you didn't see before. You're like, well, because I have to do this, then I need to do this. And then you're creating challenges, and your brain loves that. Why do you think we love puzzles and games so much? Make your life a puzzle and a game. Don't waste time sitting on an app that is totally useless. Playing a game, I know sometimes it de-stresses you or veg or whatever, but at the end, what does it do? Unless you're passionate about becoming a full-time gamer, or you want to make apps for games, other than that, stay off that stuff. It's just a way for you to be unmotivated, procrastinate, and hide. Because the daily discipline of going and moving forward builds momentum over time. Those little 2 hours every day adds up, 12 hours. Now, next thing you know, we've done 48 hours in a month. And then you go 48 times 52. Look how many hours you've worked on that life purpose. Do you not think within a year, 2, 3, you'd be ready to quit your job because you would have built so much off the side hustle, off of 2 hours a day, and you have 24 of them? Find a way to work out, start eating better, get 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep, however much you know you need, and plan your schedule all around that. Some of you are going to have to give some stuff up. Maybe you can't go out with your friends as much as you want. Maybe you can't party as much as you want. Maybe you need to give up a little bit of, like being a little bit more moderate in your drinking, because during COVID, they said they've had record alcohol sales because people are hiding. You're using all these things to numb your purpose, to numb the passion, to numb the one thing that you've been put on this earth to do. And you know you're passionate and you love it. So I encourage you, I want to keep this podcast short, but I encourage you, get ultra clear, make a plan, get a mission statement, build a life purpose, articulate it, get it on paper, make weekly goals. Make weekly, monthly, and a 1-year goal, and relentlessly discipline yourself to take that time for however it is. Be realistic. Don't say I'm going to work 8 hours a day on this. Whether it's 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever it may be, and work on it. And I guarantee you, you're going to be a totally different person in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. When you're feeling discouraged or you're feeling down, you DM me. Email me, direct message me on Instagram, whatever it is, and I'll pull you through it. But you can do this. Let your friends, let your family know. I know you think I'm crazy. I know you think it's safe for me, because everybody always wants everybody to be safe. You think it's safe for me to stay in this job and retire from it, but that's not what my calling is. That's not what my purpose is. This is what I'm going to do. Could you imagine if everyone lived their life calling and purpose? Could you imagine if everyone did that? What would the world look like? We wouldn't have the issues that we're facing now. We wouldn't have the problems that we're facing. How many people would have wanted to start more not-for-profits? How many people would have wanted to go to other parts of the world and help hunger or whatever it may be? How many people would have wanted to start new and creative businesses, new restaurants, new forms of technology? But they never did, and they're just stuck in this dead-end job that they hate. How many employers would want somebody that's passionate and living their purpose? Maybe the job that you have, you just love, but you've lost. It's kind of become for you just the routine. Well, how do you challenge yourself in that job that you have now? Set goals. What do I look like if I'm at a 10 in leadership? If I'm at a 10 in teamwork? If I'm at a 10 in establishing culture? What would that look like? Write those goals out. Say, whether you own a business or whether you work in a business and you're a leader, whatever it may be, there's a reason why you're listening to this right now. I'm telling you this. Write those out. Take the time. Maybe I know you say, I love my job and I want to stay here forever. Perfect. 1 to 10, where are you at? What's your passion for the work that you're doing day in and day out? You can rekindle that passion by gaining clarity, and it will motivate you. That clarity, those goals, taking the time to work on it. You say, well, I love my job. I work 8 hours a day. Okay, take 2 hours at night and study something that on a 1 to 10 that you're not that good at. Study leadership. Read, say for 2 hours, I'm going to study leadership courses, or I'm going to watch YouTube. Instead of watching Netflix, I'm going to watch YouTube videos on teamwork or building culture. I'm going to listen to these. I'm going to go for an hour walk and I'm going to listen to this podcast on how to establish this type of culture that I want. I'm going to listen to interviews of CEOs and marketing people, whatever it may be, experts in this. I'm going to find these. I'm going to read the books. I'm going to get the audio books. I'm going to listen to them when they're on podcasts. I'm going to dedicate those 2 hours to building myself up so that I can have that passion and be on mission and see daily discipline. And what type of person would you be? How would you feel about yourself? And the people that you're around and that you influence, how would they look up to you then? I'm telling you, this is the secret to finding your direction in life. I hope you guys have an amazing, this is late night for me, but I hope you guys have an amazing day. I know when we get up in the morning, we get up with purpose and passion. We say our affirmations, we stretch, we meditate, whatever we do our yoga. And we look at life as a gift. Billions to one that we're even here. It's a gift, guys. Live on purpose. Live on mission. Live who you need to be. Not only for you, but for those that you love and those that you influence.
Thank you for joining us on the Albuquerque Business Podcast. And thanks to our sponsor, RigbyDigital.com. Make sure to subscribe and share and go to abqpodcast.com. Get show notes, resources, and links to everything we talked about today to help you navigate your journey as an entrepreneur and business owner.